Welcome to DayZ Diaries episode 5. So in this episode I figure I'd start out by going over a quick gear check. As you can see, I have the big coyote backpack, which is nice. I'll hide in this tree a little bit while I do this. But I'm sitting tight with some binocs, my night vision goggles, an AKM G11. I have a map and some matches, hatchet, and hunting knife, so I should be able to live off the land. I wouldn't really need to go into town for anything, which is nice because this water bottle keeps me hydrated. Same with some smoke grenades, some actual grenades. I have a second map, apparently. Water bottle, some morphine, more blood bags, backup food. All the basic things I would need to survive out here without necessarily interacting with anyone or any zombies here. Where I'm located, I'm going to load up the map here. I'm located just south of Novi Sober. This town right here. I just got done raiding Starry Sober's military tents, and I'm sitting right by this little south of this lake here. What I want to do in this playthrough is search for crashed helicopters, and I've been reading that they usually span from Zelenogorsk over here, over in this whole midsection here, over to one of these small towns over here. So I'm just going to be kind of zigzagging back and forth through here, trying to see if I can find any downed helicopters, and find what I would really like to have is a ghillie suit, just so I could blend in a little bit better, make me feel a little bit more badass. Fortunately though, I do not have a compass, so I'll be trying to base my directions off the clouds and landmarks. And then we'll be moving on from there. I'll also be searching for deer stands on the way. That's where I found my current backpack, which I did not know those backpacks actually spawned in deer stands, so that was a pretty nice surprise. I'd also like to find a little better gun. This one's nice and powerful, but is loud. I don't need people to know where I am. And I should be playing on a night server since I have night vision goggles, but I was doing that for a while. It's fun and everything, but it's a little easier on my eyes to play in the day. So an interesting trick or exploit, I don't know what do you want to call it, is when you're rolling up to a town, if you have binoculars or you can just zoom in, if you don't see any zombies and you're a little over 100 meters out, that means there should not be other players near here. If you see zombies walking around, particularly not in pairs of 2s or 3s, that usually means another player is in the area. And you should probably be a little more cautious when you end up entering that city. So while I look for helicopters, I'm going to be staying to the tree line here so I can have some cover, and then I'll be looking in these open fields. Helicopters are random spawns every time the server restarts. I'm actually going to make my way over and kill this goat. But they are random spawns, but they will only spawn in an open field where their spawn isn't obstructed by like a building or rocks or power lines, anything like that. So when you're searching for them, the best idea is to look for open fields like this. Hello, Mr. Goat. You're gonna be my food. Holy shit, that goat took one to the face and now he's booking it. Come back here. I'm gonna miss. There it is. Oh, took a digger. So here's this is how you can harvest food from animals. You have to have a hunting knife and then kill one, then you can gut them. And it makes those awesome gutting noises, and depending on the size of the animal, you'll get a certain amount of meat. Like this one, I got three steaks off of them. So a little quick pocket of all those. And there's your raw meat. After that, they usually disappear. So in order to eat that meat, you have to go to a woods or find a burning barrel or start a jerry can on fire. And then you gotta cook the meat, and then you can eat it. And it's really nice to have because it gives you 800 blood back, unlike the canned food, which only gives you 200 blood back. So I'm in a forest here. I'm gonna collect some wood after I reorganize my bag a little bit here. So you need 2 slots to harvest wood, 2 open slots here, and I want to get all 3 of my steaks up front so I can cook them right away. And you go to your hatchet, harvest wood. I'm not in a forest, apparently. I don't know, you be the judge. That's something kind of glitchy. But just going a little deeper, finding our tree. Let's see if I can get it from here. Yep, see, there we go. And then it's as simple as getting your box of matches, make a fireplace, takes your wood out, makes you your fireplace. Then you'll set it on fire. This can give away your position pretty well, so usually try to do it in a relatively secure area. Light your fire, cook your meat. Sizzle. And there you have it. You got some cooked meat. I always put out the fire. Sometimes it's fun to just leave it on. On night servers, if you're entering a town and you have firewood and all that, you can set up a fireplace and light it on fire, and that will attract zombies like nothing else. It's kind of really cool to see them all come at you. But it's a good way to actually clear a town. Hello, dragonfly. And make it a little easier for you to go through. And the zombies will actually stay at that fireplace until it goes out. I'm not exactly sure on the how long they burn, but I'm gonna assume like 10 minutes or something. Something that came out about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I think it's a user-created map, or an already existed one, I'm not sure, but an unofficial map to DayZ is the Lingor Island, something like that. I've only seen videos of this map because I won't be playing it since it's not directly helping the DayZ Alpha. But what it is, it looks like 4 interconnected islands through roads, and then on each island it's pretty much a city. But all the buildings are enterable, and it seems to be a pretty high PvP area type map. So if you're looking for PvP, try downloading that and playing that. And speaking of downloading things, if you have an Android phone, like I do, because iPhones are phones for babies, you can go to the Play Store, and I would recommend downloading their, or searching DayZ, and then there'd be 2 pretty prominent apps. One's a DayZ map, and what that is, it's basically just an application for a map of Generis. So like, it was helpful when I first started playing, because when you spawn it tells you where you are, and then you can go to your app and figure that out if your character doesn't have a map. But what I'm finding a little bit more helpful is the DayZ mobile app. It just updated a little while ago to include chat, so you can actually talk to other players that are using the app, potentially meet up with other players. And its map has way more information. It has information on guns, and it includes the Lingor map too, which the other one does not, as far as I know so far. But they have been helpful tools when you start out and don't really have anything and you want to figure out where you're going. In the last episode, I did confirm that the artifacting glitch was not fixed from the last patch, but on the Reddit forums, the Reddit DayZ forums, a user posted a way to get rid of it yourself. I've used it, his directions, and it's worked for me so far. I haven't encountered any artifacting yet, but you go into like your NVIDIA global graphics channel or tab page, I don't know what you call it, but you turn off something and then it gets rid of the game, or it gets rid of the artifacting in the game. I'll see if I can post a link to that at the end of this episode. Hopefully help you NVIDIA users out. Sorry ATI guys, I don't know how to do that stuff. Running through an open field is never a good idea, but I'm feeling pretty safe. Hopefully players will give me a couple warning shots before they actually take me down. If you are being shot at, best thing to do is just start serpentining, start zigzagging. It's worked pretty well for me. I used to just hit the ground and then try to crawl, but you're actually just making an easier target for the shooters because you're not moving as much, and if they're shooting at you, they obviously already know your position. So the easiest thing to do is just start your zigzags, try to get out of there as quick as possible, or get in a better position to return fire. Get in a defilade. Flank them from behind or something. Hope they don't alt F4. And we're just scanning the horizons for some helicopters here. Usually, I think there's only 6 to 8 helicopters on the map, and being a huge frickin' map, could take forever to find even one. So if you find a bike or some kind of motor vehicle, that can make things a lot easier. There's a zombie spawn, and usually if they're spawning way out in the open like this, they are going to be military because they are near a deer stand in this tree line. So I'll sneak up to this deer stand and see what we can find. These deer stands are not random spawns. There it is. They are in set positions throughout the whole map. If you get in to rhythm, you can actually loot the same ones over and over and over. But you are pretty exposed when you do it, and these zombies will chase you forever. So I always like to stealth up to them or pick off the zombies from afar. But these deer stands always have, well, not always, but they usually have a military spawn. So you have military weapons, or like the backpack I found. Just keep an eye on these zombies here. And they're pretty helpful, and a lot of people just use these to equip themselves out. So hopefully we get something here.